Hi, my name's Jessica Lee and welcome to this short practice to help you feel a little bit more energized and just working through the whole body. Okay, let's begin. So coming to a comfortable seated position, whether that's taking an easy seat or resting on the shins, taking whichever feels best for you. We're just going to take a moment to ground into our space. So casting the eyes down or closing them, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Allowing yourself to take a moment to tune into your breath. Just a simple observation of the inhale and exhales. We're not looking for any judgment here. We're just observing the breath. And taking a moment just to roll the shoulders a little bit. Allow yourself to settle. You're welcome to leave the hands on the knees or in the lap, whichever feels more comfortable. And then here we're slowly going to inhale through the nose. And then as we exhale, just gently out through the mouth with a light sigh. And we're slowly looking to have the exhale be longer than our inhale. And then slowly taking your next inhale, feeling the lungs expand. And as you exhale gently out through the mouth, just sighing away the day or any thoughts or to-do lists. And then one last time, slowly inhaling through the nose. And exhaling it out. Great. Slowly blinking the eyes open or lifting the gaze. And then from here, we're going to inhale, reaching those arms overhead. To begin with, we're going to interlace the fingers, sending the palms up towards the ceiling or the sky, finding that length and reach. You're welcome to rock side to side ever so slightly if that feels good in the body. And then from here, I'm going to release my right fingertips, taking them down towards the right-hand side, reaching the left arm up and over, finding the length and extension. I'm looking to keep that left sitting bone heavy in the seated position here. And then slowly on your next inhale, bring the arms up through the center, and then we're going to exhale down to the other side. Finding that reach and extension. And on the inhale, feeling the breath into the right side of that body. And then slowly inhaling, reaching the fingertips up. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands down, give the shoulders a little bit of a roll. And then here we're going to work a little bit into our neck, especially with our day-to-day. We spend a lot of time around it, whether that's sitting at a desk, on the sofa, perhaps picking up a lot of things, or little people. So we're just going to work a little bit on releasing the neck. So from here, we're going to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, feeling the subtlety of extension in the right side of the neck here. And then if you wish to take it deeper today, depending how you're feeling, and remember every day is different, you're welcome to take that left hand, placing it on the head, creating a little bit more weight into that extension of the right side of the neck. Just experiencing that for a moment. And then gently releasing, bring the head back through to the center. And then we'll take it down to the other side. So right ear towards that right shoulder. Staying here for a moment. And then if you wish to take it a little bit further today, you're welcome to take that right hand, placing it onto the top of the head, creating a little bit more resistance to work a little bit deeper, but just listening to your own body and with what feels good for you. Remembering to breathe and soften. And then gently releasing, bring the head back into the center. And then from here, we're gently going to drop our chin down towards the chest. And then here for me, for example, I'm starting to feel the extension into the back of my neck, the tops of my shoulders. depending, again, how you feel, if you wish to go a little bit deeper, if that feels like an option for you today. So interlacing the fingers, and then we're placing the palms on the back of the head, letting the elbows draw in and drop. And if that feels too much, just coming back out again. Remembering every day is different. And then when you're ready, slowly lifting up. We're going to keep the hands here, but I'm just going to change how I'll be having my fingertips on the back of my head and just finding that lift, taking the gaze up, opening across the chest, taking the elbows wide, and then bringing the head more into a level position so your eyes are facing forward. We're just going to take a gentle twist to the left to begin with, and then taking that twist over to the right, coming back into the center, taking that twist one more time over to the left, coming back to the center, and over to the right, and back to the center. Releasing the hands down, taking a roll with the shoulders, allowing them to wiggle out a little bit. And then from here, we're going to roll onto our hands and knees to come into our tabletop. And then here, just taking two rounds of cat-cow. So as we round into our cat, really finding that Halloween cat with the shoulders, and then slowly rolling through into our cow. Taking that one more time, rolling into cat, feeling the rotation through the spine. As we roll one more time into our cow. And then finding our neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to tuck our toes under and come into our first downward dog. So in downward dog, there's always this misconception that we're really looking to send the heels down and have them connected to the ground, when actually we really want to keep the hips elevated, and we're looking for length through the back. And as this is my first downward dog of the day, I'm just going to spend some time really bending into the knees, finding that extension into the arms and the back, and walking the feet out. And when I'm saying walking the feet out, we're just pedaling the legs side to side, finding that movement and adjustment here. And then here, I'm going to stabilize onto that right foot as I slowly lift my left leg up towards the sky, and then taking the gaze between my hands as I step left foot up to come into a low lunge. So taking the step up, taking micro steps if you need to, untucking the back toe, and then here, lifting the arms, coming into a low lunge. And then from here, I'm going to take my arms out to the sides, coming into like a cactus arms or goddess arms. Taking a breath. And then slowly sending the arms back down, untucking that toe, lifting the knee, stepping back, coming into the downward dog. Then taking a breath here, adjusting, taking a bend in the knees. And from here, I'm grounding into my left foot as I lift my right leg up towards the sky. Taking my gaze towards the top of the mat as I step up, reaching that hand, reaching that foot even, dropping the back knee down, untucking that toe, coming into a low lunge on the other side. And from here, peeling those arms open, coming into the cactus or goddess on the other side, finding that reach, lifting the heart, opening. I want to feel like the shoulder blades are squeezing together and the sternum or breastbone is lifted. Gently releasing down, grounding the fingertips, lifting that back knee as we prepare to step back, coming into the downward dog. And then here we're going to roll forwards, coming into our high plank, holding, creating in the shoulders the sort of same as our cat with the Halloween, arch into the shoulders, lifting tucking the pelvis. And then here, dropping the knees down. And then we're going to take hips down, chest, chin, and come into a baby cobra or a cobra if that feels comfortable. Then from here, tucking those toes under, rolling back up through tabletop, coming into your downward dog. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming into our forward fold, I invite you to take a bend in the knees. And we're going to let gravity do the work for us. So dropping the head, either holding elbow to elbow or leave them hanging down, whichever feels more comfortable or appropriate for you today. And then from here, we're going to bend at the knees, coming down to a seated position. And we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. And here, taking a moment just to soften in the knees. We're going to keep the legs extended in front of us. And we're going to reach the arms up, folding forwards. Depending on where you reach today, you're welcome to rest the hands on the shins. Perhaps they reach to the sides of the feet or over the top. Whichever variation you're taking, then simply drop the head down, focus on the breath, and with each exhale, just imagining the body softening, releasing through the backs of the legs, through the back of the body, and gently releasing into this forward fold. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands back. And then here, we're going to take our left foot, drawing it to the inside of the right thigh. We're reaching the arms up and then folding over that extended right leg. And just as we did in our wide forward fold, you're welcome to rest the hands on that right leg. Perhaps it's reaching towards the toe. Whatever variation you're taking, I just invite you not to bring strain into the knee. So just making sure you have that little micro bend there. And just taking a couple of breaths here, allowing the body to surrender and soften. And slowly walking the hands back. And now we're going to move into our modified wild thing. So from here, we're going to ground that left hand behind you in a diagonal to that right leg. And as we lift the hips, rolling up onto that left knee, grounding that right foot, reaching right arm overhead, finding that length. And then as we gently release down, untangling, and then we'll come into the other side. So bringing that right foot to the inside of our left thigh. And then here, we're going to reach those arms up, taking the torso so we're overlooking the extended left leg. And here, folding forwards. And again, just as it was on the other side, taking whichever variation feels best. If that's placing the hands on the shin, reaching for the foot, just dropping the head down, making sure you're keeping that micro bend in the knee, using the breath. So on each exhale, just allowing yourself to go a little bit deeper, whether that's millimeter by millimeter. And then slowly walking the hands back. And then here we're coming into our modified wild thing on the other side. So we're going to reach right arm behind on that diagonal to our left foot. And as we lift left arm up, rolling onto that right knee, grounding the left foot, reaching the left arm up and over, finding that extension down the left side of the body. And then slowly releasing down. And then from here, bringing the legs out, we can place the soles of the feet either side of the mat. And we're just gently going to windscreen wiper the legs side to side. And then from here, we're going to come to a seated position for our Savasana. And to close our practice. So If you're taking easy seat, it's so natural to put our dominant side forward. So I just invite you to switch the cross of the legs. So it will feel a little out of balance. It does for me. So coming to that position, sitting, either resting the hands on the knees, in the lap. And we're just gonna, as we did start our practice, casting the eyes down or closing them down, bringing the awareness to the breath, allowing us to take a moment to surrender. And slowly bringing your awareness back into the space. I invite you to either leave the hands where they are or bringing the palms to touch and bringing the hands to prayer, connecting the breastbone, the thumbs to the breastbone or the sternum. Gently taking a moment to bow the head. And I invite you to acknowledge yourself for practicing today. I wish you a wonderful rest of day, friend, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining me for the class. If you'd like to share your feedback with a thumbs up or in the comments or other classes that you'd like to see more of, then please do. I am always looking for ideas and suggestions from people. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos when they get released. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.